Hi friends, welcome back to Astrology with Ninad. In this video, I am going to discuss the upcoming transit of the planet Venus from the enemy sign of Leo to its debilitation sign of Virgo from September 24 to October 17. But it will still not be a bad transit because the sign Virgo is ruled by the planet Mercury, which is the best friend of Venus. So even though it will be in debilitation, it is not going to be a bad transit. So let us analyze the impact of this beautiful transit on the 12 signs of the zodiac, starting from Aries all the way up to Pisces. My predictions are mainly based on your moon or ascendant sign per Vedic astrology. If you don't know those signs, I recommend going to an online Vedic birth chart calculator, plugging in your birth details, and finding out those signs. I have posted the timestamps in the description box below for your convenience, so you can click on the time that corresponds to your moon or rising sign and watch accordingly. So without any delay, let's get started. For my Aries friends, Venus will be transiting in your 6th house in the debilitation sign Virgo. So naturally, Venus will be in a slightly weak position here. So try not to take new loans around this time, or you might have a hard time repaying that. Do not get into arguments with your bosses, colleagues, friends, or family members, as it will only strain the relationship. Try not to ignore any health issues around this time. Be watchful of any hidden enemies that you might have. You might also feel slightly lethargic when it comes to your daily work routine. So instead, push aside that feeling and stay focused so that you are successful in your daily life. From the 6th house, Venus will directly aspect your 12th house, which will fall on the sign Pisces. So this will be a very powerful and exalted aspect. So naturally, your expenses might increase, but it might be for something that you desire or enjoy, such as shopping, going for a movie, going out to eat, going on a vacation to a foreign country, maybe going out on a romantic date with your partner. The love and romance is going to definitely be there for those single people. There's going to be a lot of passion. Also, 12th house is linked to your sleep quality. So if you were suffering from insomnia or any sleep disorders, then there might be some relief on the cards for you. Also, you might think of doing some long-term investments which might be beneficial in the future. So overall, this transit of Venus is going to be good for you in some aspects and not so good in some other aspects, as I discussed before. I hope this was useful to you, and thank you. For my Taurus friends, the ruler of your sign Venus will be transiting in your 5th house in its debilitation sign Virgo. But there is no need to worry because this is going to be a very auspicious transit. 5th house is one of the most benefic houses in Vedic astrology. It is a trine house and also known as the house of Purva Punya, meaning past life good deeds. Venus will also be placed in a sign which is ruled by its best friend Mercury. So you can naturally expect some good things out of this transit. If you had invested in the stock market in the past, then you might see some good gains. If you are in the teaching profession, then your students will applaud your teaching skills and there is a chance for a bonus, promotion, or a salary increment. If you are single and looking for love and romance in your life, now luck might finally shower you with blessings and there's a strong chance you might be able to find a compatible partner and get into a romantic relationship. Also, 5th house is linked to your thinking ability. So naturally, your decision making power and thought process will become very strong, and you will be able to make smart decisions for your life. If you have any children, then your relationship with them will become very harmonious, and you will spend a lot of time with them, and your bond with them will definitely increase. From the fifth house, Venus will directly aspect your 11th house, which will fall on the sign Pisces. And this will be a very powerful aspect since it will become exalted on that house. 11th house is known as Labhasthana, meaning the house of gains. So naturally, you will benefit from multiple sources of income. Your relationship with your elder siblings will largely improve. Your social network will start expanding. You will make new friends. You will also meet some important people and make strong connections which might be beneficial to you in the future. Your long term wishes might slowly start getting fulfilled. Your dreams, desires, goals, and objectives will now be more focused, and you will work very hard to achieve them. So overall, this is going to be an excellent transit for you, my Taurus friends. I wish you all the best, and I hope you make the best use of it. For my Gemini friends, Venus will be transiting in your fourth house in its debilitation sign Virgo. This indicates that those students pursuing primary education, such as high school or bachelor's, will need to put in a lot of hard work and effort and avoid any kind of distractions which will enable them to be successful in their examinations. It would not be an ideal time to buy a new vehicle or a property. It would also not be a good time to sell your vehicle or a house because you will not make much profit. Also, fourth house is linked to mental peace. So naturally, this placement can reduce your stress levels and increase your happiness. Just be cautious about your mother's health and make sure she does not ignore any health issues around this time. From the fourth house, Venus will strongly aspect your 10th house, which will fall on the sign Pisces. This will be an exalted aspect. So, for those people who don't have a job, I highly recommend keep applying and give lots of interviews because there is a good chance you might land a new job with a decent salary and benefits package. If you are already employed in a good company, then you will experience good growth and progress. And with your hard work and effort, you will be able to impress your bosses and colleagues and might possibly get a bonus, promotion, or a salary increment. Those who had dismissed you earlier, now they will recognize your skills and talents and they will give you the respect that you deserve. Your prestige and recognition in society, at your workplace, and in your friend circle will rapidly increase. Also, your relationship with your father will become more harmonious and your bond will definitely increase. So, this is going to be a fairly good transit for my Gemini friends, and I wish you all the very best. For my Cancer friends, Venus will be transiting in your third house in its debilitation sign Virgo. This indicates that you have to be slightly careful in any adventure sports that you might be interested in. Be watchful of your communication in general so that people don't take you the wrong way and it doesn't lead to misunderstandings. Be careful on any short distance journeys that you might go on and do not speed and drive your vehicle. Try not to get into arguments with your younger siblings or it could lead to a strain in the relationship. You will also need to put in a lot of hard work and effort to achieve your goals and objectives. But if you do so, then you will definitely be successful because from the third house, Venus will directly aspect your ninth house, which is the house of destiny and bhagya. And this aspect will be exalted because it will fall on the sign Pisces. So naturally, your destiny will get very strong. You will become very dharmic, meaning duty oriented. You will put in a lot of hard work and effort to achieve your desires, goals, and objectives, and your destiny will support you to take some important decisions which will be beneficial for you in the future. Some people might also go on long distance vacations to a foreign land. Those students pursuing higher education, such as master's or PhD program, will also do very well in their academics as long as they put in the effort. Those students wanting to relocate to a foreign land for higher education and have been applying to colleges might also hear some good news. This would also be a good time to work on increasing your spiritual knowledge and capacity, because the ninth house of the Dharma Trikona is now activated. So overall, a good transit for my Cancer friends, and I wish you all the very. For my Leo friends, Venus will be transiting in your second house in its debilitation sign Virgo. This indicates that you have to be watchful of your expenses. Try not to spend unnecessarily. Instead, save your hard-earned money so that you can secure your financial future and stabilize your bank balance. Try not to get into arguments or disputes with your family members, because it can cause a strain in the relationship and possible misunderstandings. Also, be watchful of what you eat and drink in this time period, because having too much of unhealthy food can cause you health issues. From the second house, Venus will directly aspect your 8th house, which will fall on the sign Pisces. This will be a very powerful and exalted aspect. It can help you to recover from any chronic health issues and feel some relief. Those who are in a research, occult, investigation type of field will get some success in this time period. Also, there's a chance of sudden unexpected gain. It can come through inheritance, the stock market, insurance, through your spouse, in-laws, any past investments that you might have made. This will also be a good time to increase your spiritual interest and capacity, because 8th house is the house of the Moksha Trikona. So one can also engage in doing more yoga, meditation, which will be largely beneficial. So overall, this transit of Venus to your second house is going to be good in some areas and not so good in other. Thank you. For my Virgo friends, Venus, the most auspicious planet, will be transiting in your ascendant itself in the first house. And Venus, being the ruler of your second house of money, will naturally help to improve your financial situation. Your bank balance will start to get stronger, and you will feel more financially stable. Your destiny and luck factor will also improve, and you will think of making some important life decisions, and your bhagya will support you. From the first house, Venus will directly aspect your 7th house, which will fall on the sign Pisces. This will be a very powerful and exalted aspect. So for those people who are in a relationship and looking to get married, or those single people who are wanting to get married, luck will finally shower them with blessings, and there is a strong chance of the wedding bells ringing. Also, 7th house is linked to business activities. So if you have your own business, then there is a good chance your revenues might start to increase, and you might think of expanding your business. If you're in a business partnership, then your business partner will be more receptive of your ideas, and they will be very much supportive. Some people might also think of starting a new business like a startup, and it can be focused towards the beauty, cosmetic industry, or even arts and entertainment. So, overall, this transit is going to be good for the most part. I hope you use it to your advantage, and I wish you the very best. For my Libra friends, the ruler of your sign Venus will be transiting in your 12th house in its debilitation sign Virgo. This indicates that you have to be watchful of your expenses and try not to spend unnecessarily, or it can drain your bank balance. Be careful with any long distance journeys or vacations that you might go on. Also, your quality of sleep might be affected, and some people might experience insomnia or sleep disorders. From the 12th house, Venus will aspect your 6th house, which will fall on the sign Pisces. This will be a very powerful and exalted aspect. Your everyday work life routine will get exciting. You will be very passionate about your work and you will put in a lot of hard work and effort, which can help you to become very successful and possibly get a promotion, bonus, or a salary increment at your workplace. If there were any enemies bothering you, now slowly that might be resolved and there could be some relief in that area. If you had taken any loans in the past, then you might be able to repay those loans. If you were suffering from any acute health issues, then also your immune system will become stronger and you will be able to recover from any health issues that could have been bothering you. So, overall, this transit of Venus is going to be beneficial in some areas as compared to others. So, I hope you use it to your advantage and I wish you the very best. For my Scorpio friends, Venus, the most auspicious planet, will be transiting in your 11th house in its debilitation sign Virgo. But this is not bad at all. In fact, it is going to be an exceptional transit because any planet placed in the 11th house usually always gives good results because it is the house of gains and desires. It is the Labhasthan. So naturally, you can get gains from multiple sources of income. Your friend circle will start to increase. Your social network will start to expand. You might meet some influential people around this time and make some important contacts which might help you in the future. Your relationship with your elder siblings will largely improve and they will be very much supportive of you. Your dreams, long term wishes, desires, goals, and objectives will slowly start becoming fulfilled. From the 11th house, Venus will directly aspect your 5th house, which will fall on the sign Pisces. This will be a very powerful and exalted aspect. If you had invested in the stock market in the past, then you might see some good returns. If you have children, then your relationship with them will become very harmonious and you will spend a lot of time with them, which will increase the bond. If you are in the teaching profession, then also you will be largely successful and your students will appreciate your teaching ability and your hard work will definitely pay off. Your thinking ability will also become sharp and your decision making skills will become very powerful and you will be able to make some good important decisions for your life. So overall, this is a very good transit for my Scorpio friends. I hope you use this to your advantage and I wish you all the very best. For my Sagittarius friends, Venus will be transiting in your 10th house in its debilitation sign Virgo. This indicates that you have to be slightly careful in your job. Try not to get into arguments or disputes with your co-workers or bosses, or it can cause serious consequences at your workplace. Do not get into arguments with your father because it can lead to a strain in the relationship. If you don't have a job and you're looking for one, then keep giving interviews and do not give up and don't be dejected, because with continual hard work and effort, you will surely be able to get a new job, but it will definitely take some time. From the 10th house, Venus will aspect your 4th house, which will fall on the sign Pisces. This will be a very strong and exalted aspect. It can help to reduce your stress levels and increase your peace of mind. If your mother was suffering from any health issues, then she might get some relief. It would be a good time to think of buying a new vehicle if you were planning on doing that. Also, those students pursuing primary education, such as bachelor's or high school, they will do excellent in their academics and examinations as long as they put in the hard work and effort. So overall, this transit of Venus is going to be good in some areas as compared to others, as I mentioned before. So I wish you all the very best and thank you for watching. For my Capricorn friends, Venus, being a Yoga Karaka planet, will be transiting in your 9th house in its debilitation sign Virgo. Still, this is going to be an excellent transit because 9th house is one of the most auspicious houses in Vedic astrology. It is a trine house, the house of Bhagya and destiny. And Venus being such a beneficial planet for Capricorn, your luck factor and destiny is going to improve. You are going to make some important decisions for your life and your Bhagya will be stronger than before. Those students pursuing higher education, such as master's or PhD program in a foreign country, will also get good academic progress around this time. Some people might engage in spirituality, meditation, take up yoga because the highest of the Dharma Trikona is activated. Some people might also go on long distance vacations or do long distance traveling. It can be related to their business or job. From the 9th house, Venus will aspect your 3rd house, which will fall on the sign Pisces. This will be a very powerful aspect and it will become exalted because Venus gets exalted in the sign of Pisces. So your relationship with your younger siblings will largely improve and they will be very supportive of you. You will also put in a lot of hard work and effort to achieve your goals and objectives. And your destiny will also support you in achieving your dreams. Short distance journeys will also be largely beneficial. Your communication skills will improve and you will be able to impress people by only saying little but having a large impact. Those people employed in the field of sales, advertising, marketing, real estate, politics will do exceptional in this time period. Your bravery and decision-making skills will be top-notch and you will not back down from making any bold decisions and your courage will be at its peak. So overall, an excellent transit for my Capricorn friends. I hope you use this to your advantage and I wish you the very best. For my Aquarius friends, Venus will be transiting in your 8th house in its debilitation sign Virgo. This will still be a good transit because Venus is a Yoga Karaka planet for Aquarius because it controls a center and a trine house, making it a very beneficial planet. So if you are suffering from any health issues, specifically chronic health issues, then there might be some relief on the cards. Those people in a research, occult, or investigation type of field will get some good success in this time period. Just be slightly careful when driving a vehicle and do not speed and drive. Also, try not to get into arguments with anyone. Since 8th house is the house of the Moksha Trikona, it would be good to work on your spiritual interests, taking up yoga, doing meditation. These things will be largely beneficial. There is also a chance for sudden gains because 8th house is the house of sudden gains in life. It can come through inheritance, stock market, through your spouse, in laws, through your past investments. But it is also the house of losses. So try to be careful and do not engage in risky investments around this time because Venus is still in debilitation. So from the 8th house, Venus will aspect your second house, which will fall on the sign Pisces. And this will be a very powerful and exalted aspect. It can help to improve your bank balance. Your savings will start to get stronger and you will feel more financially stable. There might also be a reunion on the cards with family members that you might have not met for a long time. You will eat lots of good food and have a wonderful gala time with your extended family members. Your communication skills will also be very expressive and everyone will want to be near you. And those who had dismissed you earlier will now give you more attention and respect that you deserve. So overall, a good transit for my Aquarius friends and I wish you the best. For my Pisces friends, Venus will be transiting in your 7th house in its debilitation sign Virgo. So naturally, if you are married, then you have to be slightly careful in your married life. Try not to get into arguments with your spouse or that could lead to a strain in the relationship. Instead, be patient, loyal, and caring towards your spouse, which will in turn maintain the harmony and peace in your relationship. If you are running your own business, then now would not be the ideal time to think of expanding. If you're in a business partnership, then try not to get into disputes with your business partner, or it could lead to a break in the business partnership. If you're thinking of starting a new business, then try to delay that a bit and wait for Venus to come out of debilitation. From the 7th house, Venus will directly aspect your ascendant, the first house itself, and it will be a very powerful and exalted aspect. So naturally, it will make you very charming and your personality will become very magnetic. Those who had dismissed you earlier, now they will recognize your hidden skills and talents and they will give you the credit, respect, and recognition that you deserve. You will appear to be a leader in your organization and your communication skills will become very expressive. Also, your financial situation will improve and you will feel more financially stable because Venus is the natural planet of wealth and luxury. Also, if you're single and looking to find a partner, then luck might finally favor you and you might be able to find a compatible partner and get into a romantic relationship because of this auspicious aspect of Venus on your ascendant. Finally, your destiny and luck factor will also improve and you will think of making some important life decisions and your bhagya will be stronger than before in helping you to make that happen. So, I believe I covered the impact of Venus transit on all the 12 signs. I hope this was useful to you. Thank you for watching and I will see you in my next video.